I feel like I'm starting my second act of life. Everything's just all new.
For some reason, the cards want you to like look at where things have gotten caught up, like almost because there's a learning here, I think.
I do feel like I've had distractions in the past. And I want to trust that I can do things differently. Like literally, I could probably break down in tears right now.
Okay.
Cards on the table. Oh.
Welcome to our show, Cards on the Table. I'm Angie Banicki. This is a show where you're going to get to feel into the deepest truths of some really fascinating guests. And we're going to let the tarot cards reveal all these truths. So I'm excited you're here, and I'm really excited to share our guest this week. This person, I just have to start by saying, I did Wordle right before I came down here, and the word was mogul. And I was like, oh my God, it's a sign. It's a sign. I'm having a mogul.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then I was like, and I mean, there's so many other things, but all I thought was like, she's a mogul. She's a mogul. She's an actress. She's a dancer. She's a singer. She's got an incredible business. She's an author. She's Julianne Hough.
Oh my goodness. Can we just have this intro all the time? Like, first of all, hi, I love you.
And by the way, she walked in the room. You can't see yet, but you might at some point.
For a little peek. Ready? Say hello. This is Sunny. My name is Sunny.
When I found out Sunny was here, I was like, this is going to make everything extra special. So she knows.
Sunny knows. She knows. You know, how I gave Sunny her name too was when I was I like to call it my death hole pit of shit era. And when I was like coming through that, every time I would hear the Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun, I would just feel like a little part of me would like come back alive. And so she's my sun. She's my sunshine. Here comes my sun. And so when I was ready to get another dog, I was like, oh, her name is Sunny for sure. My little sunshine girl.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you get her?
I got her in the very end of August of 2023.
Okay, so that was the end of your, what did you call
my
it?
Death hole pit of shit era. I mean, there was still some like residue after that. I really feel totally clean now. I mean, weirdly, like I feel like I'm starting my second act of life. And yeah, so Sunny, for whatever it's worth, it's like she was that little like extra little blip of, okay, you're on your way, but you still need a little bit of comfort to just like clean out the residue. And now we're ready. We're so ready.
So let's talk about your intention.
Yes.
Is there anything you came in with? How are you feeling? Tell me where you're at.
Yeah, I would say that because I have felt like I did such a big clearing over the last, I want to say 7 years, I feel like I am so ready for this next chapter and next act of life. Oh,
Sunny just pulled a card for us. Sunny just pulled Sunny can't wait.
And I'm not kidding. I was about to say, and I want to trust.
Stop. The card says trust.
I was going to say, I want to trust that I am on the right path. And so that when things arrive, I really trust the process of it, because I do feel like I've had distractions in the past. And I want to trust that I can do things differently and I don't do the same familiar thing, whether that be professionally where I stay safe in a specific place, or in a relationship, I continue down the same path. Like I really feel this isn't just an intention for like today. Like this feels like a whole new version of myself is coming through. And so that is to trust that it's okay to step out of the familiarity and that safety of what I know. And that like when things come, I can trust myself too, that I have done the work.
One of the things, I know you just said 7 years, but it's so funny. The other thing I kept feeling before we came into this was to ask you,
Wait, was it 7
Oh,
years? It might have
7 years.
been 9 years.
Well, I was thinking to ask you though for 14. So it's funny you said
Okay,
7 because I was like wanting to ask you where you
14.
were 14 years ago. So what was that, 2011?
2011
Yeah.
was 14 years ago. So interesting enough, in my career, I had my first few movies come out. And so I had shot, let's see, I was shooting Footloose when Burlesque came out.
Wow.
And I was shooting Rock of Ages too. And that was my first foray into doing movies. And I had just started my music right before that. I was still in country music. That was like from like 2008 to 2000, not even 2008, like 2007 to 2000, probably 14 was like, or 2013 was this like really rich, like I felt like the stars were aligned. And even though, and I used to always say that too, I was like, honestly, like I have a desire and a dream, but I kind of just felt like everything was falling into place.
And you were being taken.
And I was just like, okay. And what felt like I'd been doing this forever went in like 3 months. And then just one thing after the other. And when I look at like time now, I'm like, how did all of that happen within like a 3-month period?
Wow.
Or like another 3 months. And it was a really, really potent, powerful time of like my expression, my career, and the like, I don't know why this word's coming to me, but like the iconic part of me was like starting to like percolate and become a thing, but it wasn't like deeply rooted and like into my body. It was sort of like it was out here, but it wasn't like inside of me.
And so this next phase can be like inside of you, but you're like ready for the big like reveal again almost, right? The iconic like reveal. Okay. So let's dive in. We're going to start with this Celtic Cross. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
What? Tell me.
Wait, this is your first 2 cards are, wait, Sunny, you're in the reading. Sunny, come on. Okay. There's that 4. This is the 4 I was picturing too when I was getting the 4s. Okay.
With like family and community.
Family, community. But it's funny, as you walked in, you were saying it feels like some things are happening that are kind of like a breakthrough, right? And literally your first 2 cards, we have death. And in my deck, I mean, I think in every deck, death is like my favorite card to see.
Yeah.
Like there's not even, you know how some cards you're like, well, okay, we have to nuance, find the way through. There's a little bit of a challenge. To me, the death is like, you're ready for a breakthrough. Yeah. You're ready to like fly like the butterfly, you're ready. And it's crossed by the Ace of Pentacles, which is like, what are you manifesting? Like, what do you want? Like the breakthrough is happening now. Where are you going to take it? Where do you want to take it? Which you're going to get into. It's funny because to me, this is around, I just saw this in me. It's behind you and it sort of like shows this could also be what you've created in business already, but it can also be like your dogs, your children. You're like, I saw it and I was like, you've got Sunny right here behind you, The breakthrough is happening. Do you want to share anything about that breakthrough or should we?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I have 2 really potent projects right now that are putting me back into that 2011 time, basically. And it's going to, both of these projects could be really, really pivotal moments for me to grab the reins, no pun intended of the horse here, back onto my career and take charge again and be really confident in it. But also put the work in, because I will say that when I was younger, I think because I put so much work in when I was a kid and then the stars aligned and then I was doing it, I kind of took it a little bit for granted because everything was kind of falling into place and I just was going with the flow. But this time around, it's like, have like a deep amount of respect and sacredness for like the craft and the work. And you can't take things for granted and continue to as an integrity thing, put the work in everything that you're doing and take the expectation away and that's what I'm feeling now, is like just like a deep sacredness of like, I'm getting these opportunities, but I have to earn them again, and in a deeper way.
My head's getting tingly when you say that.
Yeah.
So to me, it feels like
there's a
how
different
your
kind of
awareness
respect.
there. Yeah, yeah. You also brought up, because I think I read this, were you 9 when you
left home? Yeah.
Because my daughter is about to turn 9.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was like, and by the way, I feel like I saw you because I can see my daughter where I'm like, she's magical and very like knows
herself. Just ask if we knew each other. I was like, I've never met your daughter.
I felt like they knew each other. I was like, do you guys know each other? But probably because there is this, and there's something like when I think of you at 9, I mean, I can't fathom her going anywhere, but there are ways where she's I imagine you having this like confidence and knowing yourself that you couldn't do that. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter even if your parents, like there has to be something in you to be like, I've got this.
100%. I just was such a bright kid that like wanted to try everything and do everything.
So the ambition was there.
Oh,
right?
I mean, from the start of my whole life, like I had older siblings. So I was like, I would watch my sisters and want to do what they did. And then my brother was right above me and I just wanted to hang out with him. And then like I would watch these other dancers that were all like a lot older than me. And I would just like try to move my body the way that, and it was just a natural instinct. But I always like, but I was also just like, I was hungry, but I was bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wait, so when you say you left at 9,
I lived with a Russian family in Florida.
That's right.
For about 3 months, and trained there. And then at 10, I moved to London and lived with a British family for 5 years. Yeah.
And you're still close with your family, though.
I am, yeah. And like, I would say as I've become an adult, especially after my divorce, I really connected with them. It was almost like we split. As a family, it was like our parents got divorced, but it was also like the kids split up too, because we were all different ages and we all went in different places. And so I was closer to my brother because we were together. But as an adult, we kind of didn't know how to relate to each other. And I would say like after my divorce, I like got like really close with my parents and my sisters, and it's been really great.
There's something really beautiful when you can find that again as an adult, because you can start to see the patterns and see the things that.
Oh my gosh, they've been the greatest lesson on the planet. Is like being the baby and watching my siblings and my parents and being like, wow, like I am so cut from the same cloth. And like, thank you for going down the path before me so that I can decide maybe a different choice, or actually like, wow, you really went through that for me. I didn't have to go.
What's an example of that?
Just like things that I didn't understand because I hadn't experienced it. Like I'm not a mother, for instance, and my siblings are all mothers, my sisters. And like watching how they've moved through life is just one of the most beautiful things that I didn't appreciate until like now, you know. And I don't know what something specific is, but I just have so much love and compassion and empathy for my siblings, especially my sisters now, that I don't blame myself for not having it as a kid, but like, it just was like, you know, like
totally.
Now I'm just like, I'm so in love with my sisters and my parents, and like, you know.
Isn't it funny to imagine you kind of almost did it backwards? You were like, as a kid, you were like the ambition, you did all that. And now you're like, oh, here's life and here's the warm and oozy. Like,
that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just starting.
That
feels so new.
Yeah. Wait, but yesterday when we talked about how the songs kept saying baby, like it was like Baby Beluga, and I was like, it feels like we're all as a collective being reborn now. And so you saying that,
I do.
Like, this is your rebirth.
Brand new.
Okay, back to these cards. The focus cards, this is interesting because this is something I want to ask you. This shows, it's telling me to tell you, look at what hasn't been. the two focus cards are the Four of Wands and the reverse Knight of Swords. And this can be like about looking at what hasn't been fair, or like for some reason the cards want you to like look at where things have gotten caught up, like almost because there's a learning here, I think. And it's like, but also look at the foundations you're building, look at the people, and I feel like a lot of people have been getting this card upside down, where it's like they're trying to find their people, or they're trying to find a foundation, or trying to build community. Yeah. And for you, it feels like it's showing, look at what you have.
Chills, like literally, I could probably break down in tears right now. But like, I think up until this period of my life, I've felt isolated in that I've had to do everything on my own. And now I feel like I have the most incredible humans around me. And I'm sure they've always been there, but I couldn't even see them because I was in such a protective, I have to do everything on my own kind of barrier.
Because from 9, you did.
Yeah, even younger than that. But yeah, so I think like for me, I'm able to actually even see the people that have been there for me. And I'm able to see the people that haven't as well.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I just don't put any energy towards it anymore.
And maybe that's what this is then.
Yeah.
The unfairness to be like, oh, I know what's not going to.
Yeah.
Or is there anything else that?
Yeah. Or even I was saying today, like I had a relationship conversation where I was so proud of myself because I usually figure out the situation in the relationship on my own, and I do all the mental math and figure it out and understand their complexity in this, and then I realize I don't want to be here, and I leave. That's my pattern. And instead I'm like, you know what, I still did all the mental math and that's still correct, but I'm gonna sit in this uncomfortable place. I'm gonna move through this and allow this person to actually be in on the conversation, and I'm not gonna self-abandon. And I'm going to be honest and share what's happening, and also not give all of myself away in this to be chosen.
For you.
And so
this feels like so
guttural.
Yes.
Yeah. So that has been a massive.
The song playing is Bending the Light, which to me is like, you are like, that's like next fragrance.
Airbender. Yeah. So that was like a huge, it's been, again, building and percolating over the last like few weeks, even months. And I felt like today I had the voice to like say it. So yeah. And again, not be angry, not be like heartbroken, or it was really just like,
but to be
trust. Yeah. Trust. Yeah. Thank you, Sunny. Oh, look at her, by the way, passed out now.
Oh my God. She feels us here and she's like, oh,
okay.
Yeah, this feels good.
We're in now. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting you say all that, because this card feels a little both, because it's almost like this is like you're breaking through everything, right? This can be around that relationship. Like it's like, what are you manifesting? Because you're breaking through and you're like, I know what I want it to look, what it doesn't. I know with career stuff, because your near future card, that's all around. That card can be, it's like them building the teepee up. Like there can be some struggle there, but it is like a card where it's like, this is good conflict. So when you just said that around a like tricky conversation, I'm like, yes.
Well, conflict. How I feel is everything that I think I'm learning right now, it applies to every part of my life, which is relationship, which is career, which is like friendships, which is whatever it might be. I feel like it's the same lesson. And so this feels to me like I'm being presented opportunities to move through conflict in a different way, not to run away. Because, oh my gosh, 2011 was when I was probably, I don't have regrets, but if I did have one, it was me quitting my music.
Would you ever go back?
Yeah. And I have had so many signs in this last 2 weeks of music. And in my mind, okay, so I left music because I didn't know how to stay through the conflict. I didn't know how to stay through the embarrassment. I didn't know how to stay through.
Wait, what embarrassment?
I had somebody that was a part of my band, and rightfully so. Like I was not in the best headspace at the time, and I wasn't focused, and like I said before, I kind of was just going with the flow. I didn't have a respect for what kind of
I
magic.
would relate to, I feel like the
Yeah.
20s, 30s,
Yeah.
like, I felt like that was a lot of my 20s.
Yeah.
30s.
And by the way, like,
It was really fun.
I was
like,
19.
Yeah.
I was 19, I was 20, you know what I mean? But she like ripped me a new asshole, like where she just laid into me and basically said like, you have no idea, like you're so spoiled, the fact that you are doing this and this and this, and like anybody would kill to be here, and this is what you're doing. Like, it was pretty tough. So embarrassment, I didn't know how to move through that. The second thing was like, I think I was competing with someone that I shouldn't have been competing with. If I wasn't number one, I felt like I was losing, even though I was fluctuating between number 2, 3, and 4 all the time, you know?
Right.
And so, and like, it was, so I basically just, I used to call it pivoting. I ran away.
Right.
So I think with this, it's like, it's giving me an opportunity to move through it with just like wisdom and integrity. And that's, again, in every aspect of my life. It is the same lesson, and it has karmically been like the thread through every piece of my life.
I love, but that feels like such a, if we all looked at life that way, I've been trying to notice that too when something comes up in my relationship or with work, and I'm like, oh my God, wait, there's kind of a pair. Oh wait, this is my view. Like, if we all could see, oh wait, look at how you're showing up to this little thing and how it's the same as this bigger thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's a huge realization.
Massive. And by the way, it's taken me 37 years.
Like
and I'm still not even, I'm still at the beginning.
Oh, and the song playing. Well, I'm going to send you this playlist.
Yeah.
Guys, this is a really good song. And it kind of is this like inner, it's like going deep in. It's called Dogwood Blossom. But it is like, it is getting under the depths of everything. So I feel like it's an acknowledgement of that. But what I was going to say too is these cards, you keep talking about the wisdom and the learning and the lessons. These cards are like, let yourself be in the learning. But when they're reversed like that, it is like, you're going to have to like let yourself find underneath it. Like, let yourself be in it. Like, it's not just like, this is a new lesson. This is like, you are you are unearthing, you know?
I also feel, I don't know, what just came to me when you said that too, is because there are new opportunities coming in. I can't just do what I've always done. I actually have to put the work in a way that I think I could get away with when I was younger. And I think now it has to be built in like a foundation of like, not just talent, but like skill and craft and respect. And this learning also, like, I can't just expect to be the best at the beginning. And when I'm thinking about even potentially doing music again, whether I do or not, like the idea of like, I think what I was always coming up against was, I would just say, well, I'm a performer. I'm not really an artist. Like, I haven't figured out my voice. I'm able to perform things, but I don't know. So I don't know if I can do it again. But it's like, you have to discover who you are as an artist and what your voice is. So it's okay to take the time to learn and go deep and like not be great when you start.
Well, that's what you just said all of that. And I was about to like wipe it away. And I was like, we didn't even go to your superpower, which the Fool is like it's like, I don't need to know anything. Like, the Fool is just like, okay, like this is happening. I'm going to step in and I'm going to be foolish, and I'm not going to be afraid that I don't know anything or that and that's your superpower, which is like, you just said it. And I'm like, oh, get ready. Because that feels like it's like, get ready to use that superpower.
Totally. So exciting.
Okay. Can we start? Look at the singing.
Yeah, let's do that. It scares me. And like, because again, I don't feel like I have a handle on it, you know? And that's the part that I wanted to trust, was that like, it keeps coming to me. I mean, today my sister texted me, was like, hey, I'm at an account right now, my new account. And she said that she watched you on tour. And like, and then I had a call this morning with like the most incredible songwriter that has written some of the biggest hits of like our, you know, the last 40 years. And was like, I want to develop you. And I'm like, what? Like, out of nowhere. And then like, yeah. And then more people, somebody DM'd me, was like, oh my gosh, my wife loves your music. And I'm like,
wait, I can't wait to
"What?"
listen to your music now.
And then my friend Michaela, do you know Michaela Rubin?
Yes.
Yeah. So she was helping me like set up my kitchen and stuff. I was so excited.
She's a chef.
Yeah, she is. And she was like, do you sing? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I want to hear your music. We got in the car and I started singing my entire first album. Like I haven't done that in probably 15 years. And anyway, so it's just like the last 2 weeks, like music has just been like coming up. And maybe it's just to like clear that like energy and that karma of me running away from that regret. Maybe that's what it's for. I don't know.
But how great that it's,
But
I feel like now is the time. This Year of the Horse isn't about just like pushing into what you want,
yeah.
but receiving.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you're like, these people are calling and saying it. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to develop stuff? Okay.
I know. So we'll see. I don't know.
Okay, let's see what's cards. What is our advice around the music? Well, the song playing is Headlights, which to me is like Spotlight. Like everybody watch the music. Okay. Okay. So these two that are upside down. Sorry, this is like, you're going to be doing more than one thing. This card is like, there's some things happening. The Magician, though, is like, this is in your toolbox and it's coming back out. Like, that's what I thought when I looked at that. I was like, oh, this tool is coming back out.
Yeah.
It may not be, this is like, there's going to be a few things. You've got a few going on, but this is a tool. This is what you're meant to be using. Let's come back to the music.
Okay.
Let's pull in the other. Oh, because I look at this and I'm like, this just doesn't want you to forget about the other things.
Okay.
I also see this, and I know in numerology, you're in the 1 year.
Yeah.
And the 1 is right there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is part of it.
Yeah.
Like, let's just pull one more. Guys, I like to like sometimes like play with how do I need to, before we go into other things, is there anything else we need to know about the music? Okay. This is like following your intuition and like, also, I mean, when you were walking through the house, I got that hit too. I was like, something around these eclipses, like this month, wants to be revealed. You were saying it was already revealed, but I kept thinking like, what else is going to be revealed to her? So let's just watch this next month. What else is revealed around how this tool is showing up? Perhaps.
Well, I was gonna say all of this I'll find out within the next like couple weeks.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like, get ready for how this is going to rock some emotions.
Yeah.
This is good because this feels like, it's interesting the way you just described it, because I feel like the cards are like, when that's upside down, it's like, you're ready.
Okay.
Keep yourself open. But there's something around what that character, I mean, I don't know how else to read this because it's showing me it's bringing up some old emotion that this can be like, it kind of rattles you in a good way. Because the tower is the number 16 and it comes before the star. And when it's upside down like this, it's like you are completing this like inner revelation to get it. And this is like, keep your heart open. I just want to look at, this is where I want to see. Wait, this is the singing. This is where the singing comes in. Okay, and I'm sorry, the timing on this, I kind of want to pull some more, but it's March 20th to April 20th. Is that when you'd find out?
This is when I would find out probably. No, I would find out
sooner.
Yeah. That's great. That's fantastic.
Okay. And the song playing is, I love it.
I love it. And my palm is itching.
Is that your sign?
Yeah.
Wait, I love that you have talent.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Tell us about
I don't really know, but sometimes I'm like, oh, but I'm just very aware when I'm doing something.
Wait, can I tell you what's been happening to me?
Yeah.
Since I've been doing this, I've been having all these new ones. Yours, I don't know if anyone's been seeing, but I've been itching my belly button. But that's the sacred, that's the creative. And so when you're saying artist, I was like, if I get to say this out loud, but I like can't stop.
Yeah.
It's so
your belly button. Yeah.
But
okay.
To me, that's like creative, you know, get ready.
Yeah, I love. I'm kind of scared because I'm like, my fear is that I'm not good enough. My fear is that that like I'm not going to be taken seriously. And my fear is that
I love that you're admitting all the fears. Just say, like, keep it.
Yeah.
Because don't you feel like it's a way of moving through it?
Through it, totally. Yeah, and I feel like I'm not cool enough. That's the fear. But I'm like, my internal expression and soul expression has not been seen.
Okay.
I have my persona that I have lived into, this safe persona, which is a part of me. It exists, and it's not inauthentic at all, but it is a part of me that feels very expected. And I've lived into it. And so there is, I believe, and maybe this is just in my head, but a picture of who I am. And so like,
why do you think is the picture in your head, or like, how did you come to that?
I mean, it's my Dancing with the Stars persona. It is, she's all-American sweetheart, girl next door, bright, bubbly, happy, ta-da, jazz hands, you know? Definitely who I am.
Yeah.
But there is a depth and a richness to who I am, and even like a chic, like kind of dirty sometimes. Like, I don't mean like, you know what I mean? Like there's that part of me that exists too. And
you don't want to be just this one.
Yeah, I don't want to be one flavor. Like there's a whole spectrum. And so like, how do you expose that in a way? That's why I said I want to trust that I don't just keep falling into the safe thing that makes everybody else comfortable.
Okay, let's look at this project.
So I'm scared because I'm fearful that I'm not gonna get it, but I'm putting good energy that I will. And whether it's this project or not, like, I want to open that door some more to bring more of those opportunities in. So I'm scared.
This is you being like, oh my God, I'm crossing the bridge to the next. But this is like, I'm leaving behind just that one, like I'm going into a whole new territory.
Yes.
This is you waiting to be like, what is going to be the thing? Interesting, because both of these upside down are like, let yourself be in the, let yourself wait for it. Like, let yourself, let it come to you.
Not try to push it. Because in my past, I would force it by like creating enough energy to literally force manifest it. And I don't want to do that.
And this is like, you're sort of like waiting to be like, what is the moon again?
Moon again.
And the moon, okay, I just want to pull one more after. What
Yeah.
is the moon? What is going on? The moon. Moon is clearing your emotions.
Okay, thank you.
Also, okay, is there a chance that actually, you don't have to answer this. Just know that these cards keep showing between March 20th and April 20th.
Yeah.
Your visionary kicks in. Like you see more of the vision. And until then, let yourself go through if this were upside down, I would be saying there's like a shadow where like you're not.
Yeah.
I would be trying to help you see underneath something that you're not seeing. This is like you're thinking about it all in the right way. And know that it's funny because that someone else as part of the project is showing upside down, which is why I'm like, is it being delayed or is it how, like, so that it's part of the vision? All I know is this is like, don't rush it, don't force it, wait for either that or whatever else is meant to be part of this deeper, because this is the visionary in the plan. Like, this is your plan where you're like, here's what's happening.
Yeah.
It's all lining up.
We'll see. We'll see.
April, this keeps telling me April is going to be where you're pouring yourself into. Like, so if it's not that, then it's something, because this is like you're pouring your energy in. This is like get ready to like put it all in.
Okay.
And the song playing right now is Free Fallin' by Tom Petty.
Okay.
Which is kind of back to that Fool sort of, right?
Yeah.
You're just like,
totally.
You're being taken and get ready to go.
Get ready to go.
what else do you want to look at next?
Okay. Let's go relationship.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, but I
Yeah.
wanted you to say it. The breakthrough. This is the first. I just want to take everyone back to the beginning where we're like, breakthroughs are happening. And this is like, it's interesting how it reads though. It's because it's almost like, I look at these two and I'm like, you're not letting yourself make everything about your career. You're letting the breakthrough be a part of relationship too. Like you're ready to
I'm ready.
Accept.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love that it was the first card that just came through here. Okay. I'm going to do 12 cards for this one, guys. Okay. And I because they're going to tell me, I got to explain what I'm doing here. I like to do the 3-card pulls, but I made up a system where I do 12 cards because it gives us more story. Okay. So I can give, like, I look at this and I'm like, oh, you're good. You're breaking through, and keep doing, like you saying, I had this conversation. This is a huge breakthrough for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is all like new. Now this is going to give us maybe any more story or any more advice for you.
I love that.
Be really patient. This to me is like, you don't have to orchestrate. You can let yourself be in this, like, let yourself be patient and not needing things to necessarily like if that card were up, right, I'd be like, everything's moving fast. And this is like, just let it be where it's at. It's funny because this, to me, is around the person, the relationship, and how they're, without going too much into it, just how they're finding themselves again in relationship.
That's exactly right.
And it's just sort of a like, listen, you almost both show up upside down, where it's like, okay, you're finding who you're, like you're breaking through, but you're finding then where that is there. This person is like finding, okay, and this can be perhaps around, children. This is just the whole like, Mr. Blue Sky. It's the song.
Did you say around children?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And keep going. Like, this is funny because of what you said before. It's funny how it shows up around relationship, but let it keep pivoting. But I say this in a way that's like, if that were the other way, I would say like, ooh, you might have to break up, get back together.
Yeah.
This is like, trust in your heart.
Yeah.
Trust in your hearts, actually, because this ends with like such a pure love. And this is like, keep going. Like, keep going and stay in your heart and showing up. But that card is like, not like, get engaged. It is like, stay so pure in your heart, in it in a way that feels just like, I love my heart and I'm giving to love, like.
I love that you said that, because even yesterday I was like, the person that I want to be is somebody who is thoughtful and kind and generous with my heart. Whether you're my friend or my lover or my sacred partner or a business partner, like, I don't want to get cold because I'm not getting what I want. Like, and yet not giving so much that I'm trying to win someone over. But like, who do I want to be? And how do I just continue to show up that way? And so that's that. I love it. So I think the last time we spoke, I told you I moved down by the water. I sold everything. I'm kind of just renting right now and bopping and kind of figuring out where I want to be.
And surfing, right?
Definitely, yeah. And I, although I've wanted to obviously have something to call home.
Yeah.
And there is something that I'm looking at right now that's in LA that would be like a pied-à-terre kind of thing that I just have here in LA when I'm working. This is not my forever long-term home, but I'm like, is this like, do I get this house and is this like a forever, like, not forever, but like, this is my like spot here.
LA spot. Okay.
Not to raise a family or anything like that, but just like, I can rent it out if I need to, like that kind of thing.
Okay. What do we think about this LA little spot?
Yeah, this LA spot. I'm not sure about it. And
this is like thinking long term.
mm-hmm.
Okay. This isn't an answer to whether you should get it or not.
Okay.
It reads, right now, think about decisions that are like if you said to me, I think I'd probably have it a year, I would say, okay, sit with that and think, because this card is like, think long term.
Yeah.
Think about what you're doing long term. This is like, okay, it's rocky. Think about what you want to break up in patterns and what you want to change. And so whatever that might mean to you, like, what is this bringing up that is different from the past or the same? And 9s are around location. And this 9, if this were like this, I would say you probably have to get it. When it's like this, it's not a no, but it's almost like, okay, does it make sense? Like, really think about what it makes sense to you financially and like in terms of this longer term thing. And this is like, okay. Is there something that you can like, is there a conversation here around like, I don't know if that has to do with the money of it or like how you're working out what the...
Is this money related?
Because
What you said long term, thinking about something long term, like I sold everything so that I can invest money right now.
Yep.
And have it be liquid and be able to move things and like be smarter about how I'm investing my money.
Yeah.
And be like less money in houses. Like that's kind of what I was thinking, is so that I could like really think about what I want to put out there.
Interesting, because
like
if this is like this, I'd be like, take more risks and da-da-da.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, talk about what the financials are like.
Yeah. Well, and I'm in that process. They're like, there's an architect coming to see if I can change this. And I'm like, I would only do it for this money then because this is happening.
Okay.
And then I also, though, have like something that just popped into my head here is like, there's something that I could invest in, but I would need money for later this year that has nothing to do with a house, but it could be a really big payoff.
And so you're sort of like, is this...
I don't know. That just popped in my head that I was like, oh, I wonder if like, let me hold off on buying a house for a year and put that money towards something that could probably like be really lucrative.
And that's you thinking bigger, longer term and thinking about things. And that's where with this, I would say based on those conversations, because this is the timeline. So when I do a 3-card pull, it's like, here's how you should be thinking about things.
Yeah.
Here's you kind of getting shaken. You're like, okay, what am I doing to think about things differently?
Yeah.
How am I thinking about real estate in terms of money? And again, I have certain cards where if that were a 9 of swords, I'd be like, don't get it. Like there's going to get flooding or there's going to end up like, I have ways where I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
This is like, let's think through the financials. And this is like the fact that you're like, I'm already having those conversations. That feels like it's going to help support it. And this Fool again, which is like willing to take risks, but almost trusting. Like that makes me think through these conversations, it's going to be so clear to you.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're already like, I'm thinking it through that way, it just, I don't feel like I'm supposed to push you to get it, but I also feel like I don't want to talk you out of it because you might be able to make it work, you know?
Totally. Okay. All right. I'm into it. I think, I'm going to get more information in the next day or two, so I'll figure it out. I love.
Yeah. You're going to notice where you feel empowered and where you don't feel empowered. And that's what's going to help decide this. Okay. Yeah, because do you miss having a place up here?
It's not that I actually know. Like, I love the place where I'm at, but somebody put an offer in on that house. And that feels like too big of a commitment with the amount of work that I would want to put into it. Right. And it's not where I want to be long term. It might be, but no. Like, I
have this thing around real estate now with so many clients that it feels like we're just being shown, like, where do we find our, like almost like we can't expect for home to be our safety.
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
almost like how are we finding that from within? And like for
Mhm.
you, like with this, the foundations and your
Mhm.
community. Yeah, because these cards, even when I look at I'm going to try to ask timing for you, things are wanting to push you out of your comfort zone. And in a way that, I thought it was back to trust. Yeah. This is like, you're in between. So it's almost like, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it kind of feels like it doesn't. Like, it's not like, how sometimes with the cards, I'll be like, you have to do this. Or like, and this is almost like, you're going to be in this in between either way. So I think that's why with that other, not necessarily for a while, but for right now, like you just said, you're like, I'm not buying a whole house you're like,
it's not my forever. It's my place that I can have my stuff and know that I like have a place that I can at least call my, like a home. Because I had this place for 6 months and then I don't know where I'm going.
But I was about to say, because that's what I was going to say to you, that's been coming up for a lot of clients. And actually, last time I saw you, I might have said this too. I keep feeling around May, there's something more collective that is helping up. Because I have clients being like, will you ask about Woodstock for me? Or like, like, am I going? Which is interesting also for you. You don't even know. You could be.
Hopefully, not on wood. No, that wouldn't happen until next
year.
Later.
Oh, so we have plenty of time for that.
But okay. But the second project, I would be away.
Which is why all of this feels like, take a beat. Don't be afraid for things to like change. This is sort of sitting with like, I know I want big change. And it sounds weird to say it doesn't matter, but it's almost like, how are we just finding you a spot? Like,
it could be a storage unit for all I care. But it's just somewhere to put my stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have that much, but I do have, memories and stuff.
Of course.
I'm like, keep going. This is my favorite thing on the planet. So like, I'll sleep here.
We're going to do, actually, we need to do your card I'm going to let you pull one unless there's anything you felt as we were pulling here.
The one that's coming up for me, it almost made me feel like a little uneasy.
Ooh.
It was the one that was upside down when we were talking about the second project. And then it was upside down again when you did the 3 card. And it was, I think there was like a group of people.
The 10 of Pentacles.
Is that what it was?
Okay, yeah. So the 10 of Pentacles reversed is so not, like, I love that you're like, it makes me feel uneasy. Because to me, it's just like, it's almost saying like, don't do anything too risky now because you're at the completion of a cycle. Okay. Like 10s are like the end. And when it's upside down, it's like, things are getting ready to change. So don't like shake it up too much or don't try to, and it's almost like
don't almost do anything right now. Just let it do the thing.
And trust in what like, you love it. You love presents too.
Here, how about I do this?
I love this being your card because I love the 10 of Pentacles. It's also, it's a card that's when it's reversed.
That's the one that like kind of makes me feel uneasy.
Really?
Yeah.
Because maybe it's uncomfortable because for you,
uncertainty of like, I can't just force something.
It's like being on the edge. This is wild that my ear is completely.
And then
yours is doing it too?
But every time you say it, I go, and then they both pop.
Because this is how spirit tries to, sometimes like when I go do big events or there's like, this will happen. But it didn't happen until the very end, which makes me think there's one more thing. That's why I'm struggling to end it. Because I'm like, there's something else that's wanting to come through.
I don't know what my question is, but kind of what you were saying earlier about like I'm ready for both professional and personal and like having a family and kids and stuff like that. And it's like,
oh, I just got a hit for that I forgot happened before we got here too.
Okay.
Can I share something?
Yeah.
When I first started to get ready for you coming, I kind of go in my room and go in and I put the shuffle on and the first song was It's Summertime. And when you were And when I was shuffling before, when we were sitting down, it kept showing me 2 2s. And when 2 2s show up next to each other in the tarot, it's a trustworthy partnership. And it kept showing up in a way that it feels like I'm supposed to tell you this summer really wants things to, the summer just feels like such a big push, whatever that means, right? Because all of this, right, was like stay in your heart. And there's something in the summer for you that feels connected to all of that. And take that, you know, as whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Bahamas? Trick to be happy?
Bahamas. Trick to be happy.
Should I just pull 3?
Yeah.
What else do we need to know? What else? Why are our ears popping? What's happening?
Yeah, why are our ears popping? Tell us
What's
everything.
happening? This is the card that came out for you at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which is around, okay. It's funny because that card comes up for me a lot. And it's around like how, for me, it can be this card that is where I'm like tricking myself, or I'm letting like I see it sometimes and I'm like, it will feel like an ancestral thing that I've carried through where I'm just like either being hard on myself or like negative around something and like tricking myself. Even the trick to be happy, because this can be like, it can be a card around unfairness, but it's almost like it comes up for me when I'm just like, I'm going to pull cards, but I already, like when I'm pulling for myself and I'll be like, of course this is going to be, it's showing me it's never going to work, or like this isn't going to work out. And so that card is like, do not let that fear, this is like, do not let fear block something, or don't let something you've been like questioning, or like don't stay in the questioning, push through the fear, which I just think of you even sitting here saying like, I've been in fear of this, I've been in fear. So you're very aware of it, but it's almost like this feels like your emotional body or whatever's been clearing that you've carried in.
Yeah, I feel like what I'm not trusting right now is I'm so used to bailing because I think I know. So kind of to your point, that I feel like sometimes I don't give the opportunity, but my fucking body knows. And I do trust that. But then I think what is holding me back is that I think I'm choosing certain people that like subconsciously I'm in a or maybe even consciously like I'm like not allowing myself to be open to the thing. And like, and that's the like fear, is that if I break this off, which is like, I know how to manage this because I've been doing this forever, and I know how I can make myself happy, and it's not about somebody else making me happy. Like you have to, like I can talk myself into like, well, it's not about them making you happy. You have to be happy. You have to show up this way. Like, but then also being like, but also like, I also want to be loved and not feel like I have to like, yeah. That's what we got.
By the way, the song, look at what's playing.
Pinch Me.
By Bare Naked Lady. I mean, but like, which I feel you just had like whatever just broke through, because I also just need to do one more thing. This is what I feel like I'm like so embarrassed to do, but I've been getting it all day.
Yeah. Tell me.
I'm going to this healing school and I kept getting that I'm supposed to like just do something on your heart.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah,
like,
I would love that. Yeah. I thought you were going to say that you need to go to this school too.
No.
You're like, sign me up.
No, I was like, I want to like put my hands on her heart.
Please.
Okay.
I've
never like, this is so, sorry guys, you guys can cut this or maybe you'll keep
whatever.
it. I like, okay, I just have to do my own for a second. Like, Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, and you just have to like feel, just be in your body. I don't know if you could feel anything, but
Yeah, my whole like jaw and ears and everything were, yeah.
and I got like tears behind my eyes where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you just like moved a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to make you come over and do like a whole thing on you because I kept feeling that with your heart. And
Yeah.
thanks for letting me.
Of course. No, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's all good. Yeah, it's all new. Everything's just all new. Yeah.
That's just this year for you.
Mm-hmm. Just everything feels new. And yet, like, that second act of life thing is like just being in my body and feeling embodied now versus like making decisions and being in flow and still having it be amazing, but like not feeling in charge of it, or not even in charge, but like going with the flow, but like like not having a vision.
But that to me, you know how the moon kept showing up and it was showing me the Queen of Cups reversed?
Yeah.
I didn't describe that, but to me, I was like, oh, there's a, when you were just saying that, I was like, oh, this moon, this eclipse wants to bring you back into your body. Like, this is the moment that it's all like embodying, I think, on another level for you,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching Cards on the Table. Please, please, please go hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave us comments, and leave us your questions because we're going to answer questions with the cards. And I'd love to answer yours. So leave them there for us, and we'll see you next time.